Hey y'all, hey, it's Kim, the Globetrotting girly, and I'm back to take you on a tour out in the wild, as I call it, in the Dominican Republic. So I decided to go off the resort. And for those that are not familiar, I am actually a real estate agent in the Dominican Republic. So not only is myself and my fiance building a property that's in the Dominican Republic, specifically in Punta Cana, but I also sell real estate there. So if you're interested, you definitely need to connect with me. So first, I wanted to take you on a tour. This particular community is completely sold out at this point, but I wanted to give you a little vibe of what life in DR, specifically in the tourist areas of Punta Cana, is like. Even though this was well off the resort, this was up the street from my former brokerage. So I used to be with Keller Williams in Punta Cana, and now I'm with Elite House. And so yeah, so this is what a 2-bedroom lockout would look like. It's actually 2 separate units that can be combined into 1 unit. So either you can make it a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, or you can make it 1-bedroom, 1-bath unit, and then another 1-bedroom, 1-bath. So really nice feature. When they were building this property several years ago, if you were getting in on the ground level, I want to say this property was about $90,000, $100,000 for this property here. By the time it was completed, it was literally $250,000, so about $250,000. We watched as the price went up and up and up and up and up. And yeah, a lot of these properties have the option to include furniture for an additional price, but most came with the appliances. So that's one particular unit. All of these are gated communities. They have security that are armed. You have to either live there or be on the guest list. And so I love that feature. And then every community has its own amenities. So whether it was the last community we just saw that had the pool, and some of the units had like a rooftop terrace and things like that, this particular community is part of a larger community where you can go horseback riding. They have their own kind of like pseudo beach, so to speak. It's a man-made beach. And then they have other activities like golfing and fishing and all kinds of other things. But get into all of these designs. So in this one building, there were 2 options. You could either go with something like this, which was the upper level part of this condo, which came with this rooftop terrace. And you could have like, well, that's the jacuzzi there. That's a bathroom right across there. And then there was like a utility room. You had like that pergola type of feel above you. So either you could have chosen that rooftop condo, or you could have chosen this lower level. This came with what we call a pacuzzis, so it's like an in-ground jacuzzi type of feel. Not quite a pool, but you get my drift. And this one was a 2-bedroom, 2-bath. So 1 bath was in the hallway here, and then the other bedroom had its own bath. And then they both of those rooms led out to a patio area that was on the ground level. Now, these were a little bit more expensive. They were closer to, by the time it was built out like this for us to see, so this was not ground level, they were about $265,000 by the time that I saw these. But isn't this beautiful? Like, part of traveling is investing. Like, if you're going to invest in, going to a resort or in a different country to stimulate their economy, I always say, why not think about purchasing a place if you really like it? For me, the minute I touched down in the Dominican Republic several years ago, I honestly loved it. And from that moment on, I was like, you know what? I think this is some place I want to spend a lot of my days. Here's that man-made beach that I was telling you about. There's a security. Remember I told you that it was gated? A lot of the island has a lot of new construction. Usually when you purchase there, either you're going to purchase not like you're just purchasing a lot and you're going to be building on that lot, working with a builder to build on that lot, or it's already built and of course it's going to be higher in price. So the community that we purchased in, we have a detached property, 3-bedroom, 3-bath. When they first started building in that community, the houses were about $80,000 for a 3-bedroom, 3-bath. Yes. So, and actually what's happening now is myself and my brokerage, every month, we offer a tour for individuals interested in learning more about investing. So we go to the real estate office in the morning, and then we go by different either lots, so places where properties will be built, or we can actually tour certain properties. And so what you'll see here is us hanging out in downtown Punta Cana. That's the Coco Bongo, that's the nightclub. I haven't had a chance to get there yet, but I plan to go. Right next door is the Hard Rock Cafe. And then if you've ever heard of this, I have a video of me doing this in Dubai, but that's Dinner in the Sky. Literally, it's a huge platform, almost kind of like a hibachi, and they lift you up like 164 feet in the air, and you have a full course meal in the sky as you overlook downtown Punta Cana. Here's another stop that we took. So one of the builders wanted to show us their showroom, so the different options that they have and the quality of the different materials that they use in their different properties. And so this is a nice tour of a showroom. A lot of the builders use very similar materials, have very similar aesthetic. Is very beachy, is very boho chic. It's, you know, the neutrals, it's the tans, it's the browns, it's the whites. Like you see some greens and things like that, but this gives you a feel of what the quality of especially new construction is like in the Dominican Republic, specifically in Punta Cana. Now, do I know anything about the west side of the island? I do not. I'm an east side girl. Punta Cana is where I spend most of my time, and it's where I enjoy going the most. So get into that. Okay, so remember I told you that my real estate office was just up the street. And so that's me doing a quick tour of the building. And that's us. That's the group of us coming together to kind of learn about the different options. So we spend half the day in the office, half the day, you know, looking and going to lunch. We definitely go to eat, but then also looking at the property. So they give us floor plans, they give us prices. Oftentimes, again, we can tour some of these places, and then sometimes these places don't actually exist. One of my favorite places to eat, and again, I could be biased, is because the group, that real estate tour group, we've eaten here before, is called Citrus. But again, I love the decor. It's something about this like island flair. I just get into the aesthetic. I just love everything about it. I ordered, what did I get? Oh, I got like a shrimp fettuccine alfredo. It was really, really good. I wasn't hungry by the time I got back to the resort, but when I tell you the food was good, it's hot there, but not too hot. I always go with the traditional fries. I know I will always like that. And then I got me some fried shrimp. I said, so if I don't like the fried shrimp and the fries, then I know I'm gonna get into this like ravioli. It's like spinach ravioli, or spinach fettuccine alfredo, something like that. So Citrus is one option. Here is another real estate development area that is for sale. Originally in this community, they were starting at about $89,000, $90,000. They're probably in the upwards of 200. I don't know if you saw that blob in the floor. I quickly showed it and then stepped over it. Yeah, definitely a tarantula. But let's not focus on that. Again, all of this is under construction. I'm just trying to give you a feel of the aesthetic. So that was an example of a walkthrough of a condo style unit. And this is actually a detached unit. So this isn't condo style. This is, if you wanted to buy this entire unit, you could. You walk in on the main level, there's a kitchen, there's a bathroom, but that totally doesn't go there. And then like maybe like a office space or an extra space there. And then you go upstairs and there are bedrooms, there are additional bathrooms. You have pretty much ceiling to floor windows. I should not have been in there, y'all, but I wanted y'all to see what it's all about. This particular property now, I can't even tell you what the price would be, but at the time, it was starting at about $279,000 or so. Again, gated community, nice fixtures, new construction built from the ground up. Depending on the builder, you actually had the option to do some customization. So if you wanted to choose your cabinetry and your countertops and things like that, that's also an option as well. Each room, I believe, at the upstairs has its own private balcony, which I love. They're not really huge on backyards, but depending on the space, like this particular unit would have an option for a small backyard area. And then they also offered the option to put in a pool. So as you'll see here, that's a group of us. It's a group of investors, mainly women, but open to all, kind of checking out a new property that was coming to the market at the time. They've already started breaking ground in this community now, but at the time, it's really something that you have to be a visionary for. It's for those who enjoy new construction and building and creating your own. Getting a property in Punta Cana is definitely something you may want to consider. So as I was continuing to look around, remember I told you I rented a car. I said, well, let me get a feel of the community since I plan to live here eventually. So there was an IKEA. I went to the Pizza Hut. There was a Burger King nearby, so I went to Burger King. There was a Wendy's nearby. I went into the mall, so you'll see me going into the mall. I went into a furniture store. I wanted to see what type of like decor items that I could get for the property if we didn't decide to go with the furniture package, if we wanted to furnish it ourselves, and to kind of see the prices. The prices were about the same. The prices were about the same. I was thinking I was going to get me a deal. I did find out that import taxes are so expensive. Like, it's just easier to get whatever you can get there. Trying to purchase something and then send it there goes through, so I think the taxes are something crazy like 49%. It's like 2 different taxes. It's insane. Because I spend most of my days looking at real estate and kind of getting a feel of the lay of the land, I haven't done much, if any, excursions in the area, so I'm definitely going to have to add that to my bucket list of things to do. But for those that are interested in investing in real estate in the Dominican Republic, specifically in Punta Cana, you have to reach out to me. I'd love to be able to connect with you. So I'm going to come back, different video, different locale, and I hope that you come along for the ride. So you know what to do. Share, like, subscribe, leave a comment. Don't be a stranger. I promise I won't be either. I'll talk to you later. Have a great day. Bye.